Welcome to Unit 1, Lesson 1, a towering sequence. Okay, so today's learning goal, let's explore the Tower of Hanoi. All right, so here's a rule for making a list of numbers. Would be our warm-up. One less than twice the previous number. Now, the reason why I drew a box around less than, it means that you have to translate this phrase into a numerical statement. One less than or one more than means the plus one or the minus one goes after twice the previous number. So it's kind of backwards, is written kind of backwards, but that's the way it is. So twice the previous number, we just use n for number because we don't know what the previous number is. Twice means two times. And whenever you see a number next to a letter, the order of operation is to multiply. So 2n minus 1. So now, pick a list of 5 numbers. I just started out with 7. If I multiply by 2 and subtract 1, I get the next numbers. And they wanted us to build a list of 5 numbers. Okay, the Tower of Hanoi, which is today's activity. You can read all of these on your own, but I'm only going to concentrate on the highlighted parts. The rules are you only move one disk at a time. Never put a larger disk on top of a smaller one. So on this page, the object is get the bottom box moved over. So basically, I took the top box and moved it to the middle section. So this was our first move. So this was move 1. This was move 2. The bottom box went all the way over to the last column. And then move number 3 was to move the smaller box, which had just come from the left onto the right. So what you're going to do is click this show count button. The box is going to pop up right below it to show you how many moves. Now this green arrow down here next to the button, if you move this green arrow to the right, it will increase the number of disks, and you can do as many disks as you want. But while you're doing, okay, one thing I forgot to mention was when all you got to do is click in this box anywhere. Anywhere in this box, it's going to say open in Safari. You click that, you scroll down on that page, and you'll get the same setup where you can play with the game. I want you to count how many disks. So the number of disks is on the top. How many moves it took you to reach your goal. And then track all your moves and see what you can beat it. And I'll give you the proper rule there is so that you can figure out how many proper moves there are at the end. Okay, so again, the second activity was a checker jumping game, which we didn't get to in class, but you can read the rules and you can do that. So basically, you want to move the red checkers to the left and the blue checkers to the right. And you can not jump your own, you can't jump the same color. You can't jump over 2 pieces. You can't jump over 2 checkers. There's a couple of rules, read that, and you can try that on your own as well. And click the box and you'll get to the same page as the Tower of Hanoi. And if you want to, you can do this. I'm not going to worry about the rule for this, but let me see if I can get it to you. Okay, so our lesson synthesis, to synthesize a lesson. Create a sequence of 5 numbers that follow some rule and write it down on paper. So the first thing you're going to want to do is start with a number. 2. Give me a rule. Well, if I add 2, 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8, plus 2 is 10. And then in class, we were supposed to exchange it with our partners and finish the directions. All right, can you give an example of a sequence? That was our learning target today. A sequence, the formal definition of sequence is a list of numbers that follow some rule, where basically it's just a list of numbers. A term of a sequence is one number in a sequence. So from my previous sequence, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 8 is a term of the sequence that follows the rule plus 2. So now, if you really need to know, the Tower of Hanoi was 2n plus 1. So if my number of discs was 1, 2 discs, 3 discs, 4 discs, 5 discs, 6 discs, and 7 discs, these are the number of discs, and this is the number of moves. So if I do 1 times 2 is 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1 is 7. So basically the sequence is the output of a function, because we know if a data table is written horizontally, the x is on the top and the y is on the bottom. So the sequence is concerned with the output of the data. You can calculate the rest of them. 7 times 2 is 14 plus 1 is 15. And you want to see if you can get down this low on the moves. I'll let you go ahead and calculate 5, 6, and 7. Play with the tower and see what it is.